So today we're going to walk through adding and subtracting polynomials. So remember, before we can start adding and subtracting polynomials, let's review like terms. So like terms are going to be the terms that have the same variables and the same exponents. Okay, same variables and same exponents. So for example, here, if I have 2x3 to the third, right? 2x to the third and 5x to the third. These have the same variables, meaning my x, the same variable, and raised to the same exponent, my x to the third. So this is an example of being a like term, okay? When combining the like terms, it is the coefficients that we are going to be adding and subtracting. We are only adding or subtracting the coefficients, but the exponents are going to stay the same. That is the key point here, that the exponents stay the same. Okay, we do not do anything different with the exponents. So for example, if I took what I did above, if I had we've already said that 2x to the third and 5x to the third, if I were to add these both together, we've already agreed that they are like terms. I'm simply adding my coefficients. My 2 plus 5, I have 7, and then my x to the third. Notice here, I did not do anything different with my exponents. I did not add them. The exponents with that variable are just indicating that these are like terms, okay? So when we're adding and subtracting polynomials, we're not changing the exponents at all. We are simply adding and subtracting the coefficients. So let's take a look at some examples. Let's take a look here. We have example 1 where we're going to add these polynomials. Okay, I have two polynomials. We're adding them. So we're just simply combining like terms. The first thing that I am going to do is I am going to find my like terms. And remember, when we have our final answer in polynomial form, in standard form, it is always going to be written in descending order of our exponents, meaning I'm going to start with the highest exponent value all the way down to the lowest and finish off with my constant. So looking at this, my highest exponent, it looks like I'm at x to the fourth. So let me go ahead and indicate, hey, what are my like terms? I have an x to the fourth here. Let me see if I have another one. And here is another x to the fourth. So I'm going to first combine these terms. What is negative x to the fourth? And remember, that x, negative x, has a coefficient of 1 in front of it. So basically, what is negative 1 plus positive 3? You're correct. I have 2 and my x to the fourth. Okay. Now, let's look at another. Here I have my x to the third. Do I have another x to the third? Right here. Did you notice that when I highlighted this, I made sure I took the sign in front of it? Okay, take the sign in front of it. So here now I have x to the third, which we already know it has a coefficient of 1, minus 5x to the third. Okay, so when I add those both together, I'm left with minus 4 x to the third. Okay. So now let me move on to my next one. I have my x squared. Okay. So here, same thing, just going to add. I have a positive 7 minus 2. So I'm left with plus 5x squared. Okay. Moving on to another coefficient here. Let's see, what else do you see? Do you see, let's see, I have my negative 6x and a negative x here. So I'm going to go ahead and add those two. So that is going to be a, did you say negative 7x? And then I am left with my constants, my plus 5, my minus 9, okay, minus 4. Okay. Now, before we hit our final answer, I want you to take a look. Have I written this from highest exponent value down to lowest? Well, let's see. Here I have a 4, a 3, a 2, there's my 1, and a constant. So yes, this is my final answer. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to problem 2. Now at this time, I want you to go ahead and pause this video, work through this problem, and then after you have done working through it, go ahead and hit play again and see if we've come up with the same answer. Welcome back. So how did we do? So as you can see here, I have highlighted all of my like terms. I had my x squareds, okay? Then I went and I looked at this term here, this one here that I've highlighted in yellow. I know you may have thought that you wanted to combine these two, but hopefully you didn't. They are not like terms. I know they both have an x and a y variable, but looking at my yellow, this is simply an x to the first power, a y to the second power. They are not like terms, so I'm bringing this down. Okay, this is why that negative 5x y to the second is staying the same. Okay, I then looked at what I've highlighted here in my blue. Did you notice that they canceled out? You betcha. And now I'm left with my green. So you should have gotten a negative x to the second minus 5xy to the second plus 2x squared y as your final answer. Let's just do one more, just for good measure, to make sure that we understand how to adequately add our polynomials. So let's take a look at number 3. As before, I want you to go ahead and pause the video, okay? Work on adding these polynomials, and then when you have your answer, go ahead and hit play again and check my work. Well, welcome back. So here is my answer to number 3. You see, I've color-coded for this. These are the like terms that I have combined. Okay. And then as my final answer, I made sure that I had written it from highest exponent value here, my exponent of the third, ending with my constant. Okay. Well, now that we have successfully been able to add our polynomials, let's now work on subtracting. So let's take a look at number 5, okay? So here, the first thing that we're going to do is I want you to distribute this negative to everything inside the parentheses. Now, when we distribute this, what we are essentially doing is changing the sign to everything inside those parentheses, okay? So when I distribute that, this would turn into that negative 8x to the third, a positive 3x squared, a positive 2x, and a negative 9, okay? And then I can just kind of cross that out. That goes away, or that can be a positive, however you want to do it. So now that I have gotten rid of that negative, that subtraction symbol, I am back to exactly what we were doing before, and I am now going to combine my like terms, okay? So here I have my x to the thirds, not forgetting that negative sign, okay? Here are all of my x to the squareds. I have my x to the first power, and then I'm finishing off with my constants. And when I do that, okay, now I'm just going to simply combine them all together. My 2x to the third and 8x to the third. Okay, now remember, this has a negative in front of it. So we have our negative 6x to the third. Okay, now I'm looking at my blue. Okay, my 6 plus 3 are my coefficients. So I'm adding my 9x squared. Okay, now moving on to my yellow, I have a negative 1x plus 2x, so I am just left with x. And then a positive 1 minus 9, okay? Don't forget that negative there. So I'm left with negative 8. Okay. Now, before I hit my final answer, I want to go through and make sure, are my exponents in descending order? Well, I have 6x3, 9x2, an x, and an 8. So it looks great to me. And this is going to be my final answer. Okay. How did we do on this one? Subtracting polynomials no different than adding. The only thing that we have to remember is to distribute that negative or that -1 to everything in that parentheses. So essentially we are just changing the sign. So let's go ahead. I want you to look at number 6. Okay. I want you to try this on your own. So go ahead and stop this video. And then after you have worked through this, go ahead and hit play again. See if you come up with the same answer I did. Remember, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to distribute that negative. Well, welcome back. You can see this is what I have for my final answer. So I have color-coded my like terms, the one I have combined. And then when I did that, I wrote my answer written in descending order of exponents. Now, just like the alphabet, I'm going to start with the variable that comes first. So here it was my x. So I made sure, since this had the x squared, that went first, then my xy, and then I went on to my y's. y3, y2, and ended with my constant. Okay, hopefully you have seen that subtracting polynomials no different than what we had worked on before with adding and combining like terms. The only thing we need to remember is to adequately distribute our negative.